Jakarta's air pollution index had become a concern recently. The use of private vehicles that is still high compared to the usage of public transportation being one of the main reasons of the current unhealthy Jakarta's air. Ironically, Jakarta provincial government already implemented some strategies to boost people's appetite in using public transportation, but the effectiveness of it being questioned by a lot of parties. In this segment, I would like to present to you some data about the Jakartans' migration trend from private vehicles to public transportation. The first data will be about government's target on passengers' migration from private vehicles to public transportation. This is the trend from 2016 to 2029. Actually, this is the target of public transportation usage by government. From 2016, the target was on 24%. 2019, the target was 14%. 2024, 50%. And in 2029, it was targeted people will use the public transportation in Jakarta will reach 60%. Public transportation in Jakarta and its surrounding haven't been favorited by its citizens, even though government targeted the number of public transportation mode in Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, and Bekasi area reaching 60% in 2029. Director of Infrastructure of Jabodetabek Transportation Management Agency, Edi Nursalam, said that target achievement will be divided in 4 phases. In 2016, as I mentioned to you before, as much as 24%, 2019, 40%, and 2024, as much as 50%, and in 2029 as much as 60%. To support such target achievements, Jakarta provincial government presenting various public transportation. Jabodetabek Urban Transportation Policy, or JUTP2, had conducted a survey about people's willingness in using private cars. Let's see the data. This is Jabodetabek model split private car in percent. Or actually we can translate the data to people's willingness or people's appetite in using private car. Trend-wise, in 2002, the trend was on 14.7%. It seems like the trend is pretty much the same. In 2010, also the percentage was only 14.7%. Interestingly, in 2018, the appetite of people using private car reaching 23.3%, which is it was increased from 14.7 to 23.3%. Various transportation modes haven't successfully moved people from using private vehicle to public transportation in Jakarta. By the beginning of 2019, Vice President Yusuf Kala said that the trend was decreasing from 49% to 19% only. According to him, people's reluctance in using public transportation related to transportation infrastructure improvement. The more comfortable the infrastructures are, the more people feeling comfortable in using their private vehicle. Such condition also supported by the easiness in buying cars. So how about people's willingness in using motorcycle in Jabodetabek area? Let's check the next graphic. In 2002, the trend or the percentage of people using motorcycle in Jabodetabek area was only 27.5%. The number increasing in 2010 to 61.2%, and the trend keep increasing. In 2018, the number of people that using motorcycle reaching 68%. The number of motorcycle in Jakarta in 2012 reached 10.82 million units. The number increased to 13.2 million units in 2016, with the average of the growth reaching 53% per year. The number of motorcycle in Jakarta reached 14.74 million units. Beside its swift movement, riding motorcycle is more efficient compared to driving a car, fuel consumption-wise and selling price-wise. So how about people's appetite in using public transportation in Jabodetabek area? Let's check the data. The data is quite interesting actually. In 2002, people's appetite or people willingness in using public transportation was quite high. The number was on 57.7%, but the number was decreased to 24% only. And the number keep decreasing from 24% in 2010 to 8.8% only in 2018. From the graphic, we can see people's willingness in using public transportation keeps on decreasing. Public transportation analyst from Trisakti University, Trubus Rahadiansyah, said that comfortability in using public transportation in Jakarta considered as the main concern. People in middle-up economic class feeling more comfortable if they're riding their own vehicles. Security and connectivity also are another top concerns when it comes to the reluctance in having public transportation as transportation mode. Trend-wise, how about the total of decreasing trend of people willingness in using public transportation in the last 9 years? Let's see the next graphic. In 2010, percentage of people using public transportation in Jakarta was reached 57%, but in 2019, the willingness of people using public transportation is only 25%, so it was decreased significantly. Based on a research conducted by Institute for Transportation and Development Policy, or ITDP, there's only 25% of Jakarta citizens willing to take public transportation, including me, as their transportation mode in 2019. Such condition is so much different compared to the 2010 data that reached 57%, whereas in 2010, the variety of public transportation was not as complete as public transportation in 2019. In 2010, there was a government regulation that controlled private cars ownership. So when people started to feeling upset about Jakarta's air pollution index, at the same time, people should proactively start to use public transportation because government already doing a lot of efforts to provide better quality of public transportation. Besides, we don't want to waste our tax by not using public transportation infrastructure that is, being funded by us through the tax, right? So stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.